So this is the mess of
Timian
the
will
whole
use
thing.
Profession Architect. Or not Architect, I'm messing it up again because that's what the skill thing is. Profession Archaeologist to try to recognize a dig site when he sees one.
You know, Pimian not only thinks that this is very much like an archaeological dig site, it also seems like while it might have been done in a rather speedy fashion at the beginning, work has slowed down a lot, visible at like way smaller scratches, and as if whoever was digging here was really afraid at like scratching anything, despite it not really being able to be scratched by any proper tools. It's as if someone had been so obsessed with keeping this thing intact that the entire work has pretty much slowed to a halt.
Well,
Basically, a good analogy would be Pimian would think this is like someone trying to dig up a pyramid with a toothbrush.
right. Yeah. So, keeping that in mind, Pimian will come over here. Ever wary for traps as usual, but he'll dig through this crap.
All right,
Briefly.
the first thing you find are fleas the size of Pimian's fists.
Oh goodness, crush them.
They are large but not dangerous to like more in combat. They are rather icky though. In addition to that, you can find a leather bag containing 390 silver discs, as well as 11 of those that seem to be sparkling, 11 batteries.
In addition to the 390 or 11 of them?
In addition.
Okay, so 11 batteries.
Yeah. There's also a pair of technological-looking boots.
Ooh. That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Pimian will come back over to his auto-grapnel pulley rope system, grab on and press the reel in button, and then like swing himself back over the balcony.
So open this door.
And then is there... Okay, so I'm not actually sure about this. Does it have like an unlatch button?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I will disconnect it from the ceiling and reel it back in fully. And put it away.
No, it would not only have an unlatch button, Pimian thinks, but even a button that turns the like grappling hook stuck in the ceiling into like a way smaller version that just falls out of the ceiling on a press of a button.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So do we check the locked door now? Or the door on the sort of in the cave entrance, the one over here?
You check that first.
I do have a question, though, Sheep. With the auto-grapnel, let me see if I'm just being dumb and missed it on the stat block. I did miss it. Okay, we're good, never mind.
This doesn't seem to lead anywhere super special, so I think we should check it first.
Yeah, there is a door there.
I'm scared to check it myself.
Pimian will dump all the crap he found over there into the leather bag and sling it over his back, his shoulder.
Okay. Oh, don't run away before I can actually show you the room. You were going to open the door, right?
No, I was going to come and ask Chandala if she wants to.
Okay, sure.
Oh, Rotor is in for a party. There's also a screen over there.
Yep.
Probably not for long.
Pimian's going to wait to talk about the dig site stuff until after these guys finish whatever they're doing.
It did work very well, this whole piss off everyone plan that Helliot's got going on.
Right, opening the door, you find pretty much a storage room with debris and even bedrolls scattered about. But really nothing special. Apart from one of the monitors, which stops being a monitor as soon as Rover comes near it. Just spontaneously.
Mm-hmm. It's an aura I have at this point.
Nothing here, I guess.
There's a monitor there.
There's a monitor and a stairway that leads into just a caved-in part of the rocky cavern here.
I'd rather handle it.
So, We have destroyed every monitor that we've encountered so far, which is good.
Helen's going to have a lot tougher time dealing with this if we actually end up dying.
Yeah, we basically destroyed the whole when coming back, deal with mind attacks again part of it.
When fleeing at the end, when it's all going to explode, get rid of all the taunts that would have been there.
Yeah. And he's like, haha, you should have
You would
escaped when
die
you
with-
could. Yeah, now it's
You
just
did not
like,
destroy my monitors, you fools. Should we try the locked door now? Armory?
oh, yeah. Hopefully. Pimian will stand back, actually, and give Rothor the green card to open it.
I'm sure he'll stick it in there, see if that works.
Pimian tells him how to use it also. He's like, you see that
Just
little
push
port
it
on
in
the side?
harder.
Slide it through there.
The green card does unlock the door.
Ha.
Pimian
Perfect.
raises his crossbow, however feeble an attempt it might
Kick
be
it
in
in.
combat.
Right, you kick open the sliding door,
As always.
as always.
It's like your calling card. Like, you know it's Rothor coming when you
Okay.
hear...
Swing at him.
Don't move. Let me describe what you're saying first, and then show you the reason why you shouldn't move. Opening the door, the walls of this chamber are completely obscured by banks of mechanical devices, flashing lights, and panels displaying messages in an alien script, images, and mysterious markings that shift and change with astonishing speed. The air is warm and smells slightly metallic, while a high-pitched drone emanates from all corners of the room. What you also see are house cat-sized metallic beetles, essentially one single eye in front glowing red, that immediately launch themselves on the intruders, being Rothor. We will go into initiative.
I want one as a pet.
Shall rip their eyes out of their little tiny metal bodies. But I shall do so very slowly, apparently.
Apparently.
goodness.
1 second. Okay. This one gets to
Can
act
it be said
first.
that I'm not surprised?
You are not surprised, yes.
Neither am I.
Kind of expecting this sort of thing.
Let's see. This tiny robot will move here, and its eye suddenly, its red eye, the intensity of the red light at its eye increases by a lot as a tiny, red beam shoots toward Rothor.
Ew.
Oh god. Doom
This is
lasers.
versus touch. That misses.
Oh, I so want one. I'm gonna collect their corpses and try to make them work again.
It's a pretty cool familiar.
Let's see. This guy instead will unfurl its wings, and under the wings are slight gun barrels almost.
Oh, I need
Oh
one.
man, yeah.
I need one.
Really.
As it will shoot a puff of hard air against Rothor.
Fuck everything else.
That is 2 points of non-lethal.
Is that also a touch?
That is a touch, yes.
Okay.
And this last one will completely launch itself at Rothor, entering his square.
Oh no, his face.
See what I can do about that one.
Smack.
Do get my anti-robot punching power.
See, these two would be flying. The other one is sitting on the
I
counter.
mean, at least it's not a swarm, right?
I wouldn't care if they were.
Oh, that's true. You still have the anti-swarm thing.
That
I have a
does
lot of
not
magical
hit.
stuff I don't use.
That is versus touch.
Yep, that certainly hits my touch.
4 points of fire damage.
Fire damage, eh?
Pimian.
Let's see if I can. Oh, I can technically see that one up on the upper thing. What kind of penalty is that? A -8?
Cover,
Right,
so
full cover,
minus
yeah.
4, I believe it would be.
Oh, light cover. Okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
That does not hit.
Garbo.
Zarin.
Huh. Well, this is most assuredly Rothor's specialty. That being said, go ahead and... Excuse me.
Something on my face.
he looks.
that?
He
Do
looks
I
at
have
Grim
something on my
and,
face?
yeah, with perfect calmness. There's something on my face.
Like shooting a laser right in my scars.
Drilling
Let's see,
into your skull.
how did you move, Grimmer?
I moved... I'll go ahead and put myself back.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so you would provoke, because these things are in fact provoking the threatening the squares next to them.
Oh, okay. Then he would attack me too because of crossbow.
Yeah, but
that would
forgot
have been
about
something that would have been evident then,
Yeah.
if you were provoking. I moved there anyway.
okay. Well, shoot its red eye towards Zarin versus touch. 1 point of fire damage.
Okay. This one was the one that's doing that?
This one.
Oh, so that means that it would have provoked then, from Rothor.
This
It did,
ranged
but he
attack.
missed.
This ranged attack does not provoke.
Oh, okay. Well, of course.
Have robot evil rules.
Right. Evil robot rules. I have evil robot rules too.
Swat at the bug and most definitely hit.
I end my turn.
Chandala.
Well, can I shoot the thing on Rothor's face?
Only one way to find out.
Alright!
Do it.
It
I'll
is
save you, Rothor!
basically the size of a house cat. So if you ever practice shooting house cats, you could have a good chance at
You
shooting
You know,
these
Best
he
ones.
can hit womp rats in his T-44 all day.
Yes, I have 101 breath.
Like grab it.
Shonda basically shouts down the corridor, "Be still, Rothor!" And then she shoots.
You know, they're not much bigger than a meter wide.
I still haven't reacted to this, so
Those both hit, and that is enough to destroy it on Rothor's face.
No. No, that's fine.
I'm sorry, Pimian. I know, but it's
No,
drilling into
I'm going to
Rothor.
collect their parts. So I'm going to put effort into
robotic
this.
empathy.
Robotic empathy.
No, I don't want to sway one. I want to rebuild one to
Into
obey
your-
me.
Into your own image.
Hellion in there.
Have it be a,
Hellion.
it will like potatoes.
Yeah, Hellion and potato batter.
Cast magic missile on that one, I can see.
Magic missile. Okay, that hits. So it not hit. Roll 4.
Since it's not like they're gonna miss me with a touch anyway. I was going to rage. And then attack them. Or this one anyway. I think they're pretty hard to hit though. So let's just not try to.
That does not hit.
It's a 4.
See this guy. This guy will 5 foot float into Rothor Square.
Oh, I guess I'll get to try again.
Yeah, I think you still provoke even if you enter someone's square with a 5 foot step. So go ahead. That hits. Let me do its attack first, as it will claw with its tiny claws as well as its red laser eye. That's
It
not a
crits.
confirmed critical. And again, 1 point of fire damage.
4 total.
That is then 17 points of damage for it. Well, this guy will... What would I do if I were a metallic beetle?
Probably buzz around and be a beetle.
That's a good point. It'll buzz around and go for the next target that's currently not having a face full of metallic beetle. Just Pimian.
I had to say something.
Smack it, Zarin.
Zarin gets to do an attack of opportunity. Pimian as well, if you have a weapon that you can do
I
it
have
with.
a crossbow out.
That does not hit. It will then try to burn Pimian. That is
It
versus.
fails.
That fails. Pimian.
Pimian is fireproof. He'll drop his crossbow and like. Can I like try to throw it off of me?
You could just step away from it. It's not grappling you. It's just kind of
Oh, okay.
near you.
I won't drop my crossbow then. Now I will drop my crossbow. And pull out my sword. And hit it. I'll try.
Yeah, that's a hit, but you do no damage. Only hitting its metal
Fucking-
plates.
Damn it.
You need a magical weapon.
Zaren.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well,
Today is fumble day.
you did not need that bit of beard, I don't think. I end my turn.
Chandala.
Well, Chandala shall.
What do you mean
Shall
shave
help?
it more?
She will. I mean, Rothor is doing great as far as she can see there, but she'll shoot the one threatening Pimian.
Okay, this is definitely a soft cover
Alright,
cover
I will
situation.
burn a grit point to clear, and the 16
Misses.
misses. Okay.
Kenrick.
More magic missiles at the one eating Rotor.
Pimian was.
Well, the magic missile hits the beetle and it clatters to the ground.
Right.
Okay, nice.
You're back.
See, roll for.
I'll try to smack the one over there. I'm technically flanking now, right?
There's been
You are
so many
flanking.
ones.
That does not connect with the beetle.
These rolls, man.
Mm-hmm.
2.
This guy's down. This one will, yeah, roll for.
Give me another one.
It's like, yeah.
Like, I'll let you try
Another
it
one.
again.
I don't want to nestle in that beard.
Oh, yeah.
That hits,
Swing.
and it will attack back. And miss terribly with everything.
Clang, clang, clang.
Doesn't that
Come
second
in.
attack hit? With the claw?
Uh,
Oh, no, it doesn't, because it's not touch.
no.
I see.
The claws are not touch.
It's true. How accurate do you think I am?
Perfectly accurate.
I will be lucky.
Really?
Better.
Whee!
Shave the mustache a little bit.
So many
Yeah.
sort of swings around Rothor. He's like,
This is how Kelled barbers are.
This is why I... Yeah, basically.
just slash at people's faces with swords.
Zaren.
Yeah. It's actually incredibly skillful.
What else would we do with a bear pit?
There's your barber.
That funks into the beetle.
I end my turn.
Chandala.
Try this again, shall we? Blam blam.
Let's see. Do you have soft cover applied
No.
for those?
No.
Those would both miss.
Okay.
Kenrick.
Take off some whiskers.
Hold still, Rothor. God damn it.
Filled a hole in one of my teeth. Lead.
I have
Catch it.
too many spells left, so
I don't think
It's probably not very
continue.
urgent, honestly.
yeah, I'll just wait.
Enjoy the show. Like, yeah, look at this.
I'll encourage Rotor by
Okay.
Start the barbershop quartet.
cheerleading.
Guess I'll try to hit it.
I'll be tenor if you be baritone.
Okay. Well.
That hits. And the creature is dispatched.
Good. Because I'm beginning to run out of rage rounds after all.
Combat is over.
Oh,
Pimian will
Spells too.
collect the 3 bodies.
well, this
Very
control room
carefully.
looks interesting.
Yeah, one of the beetles is pretty much completely destroyed. The other two, with fiddling around a bit, who knows?
Put them in a separate little bag.
Yeah. Maybe I can scrounge parts from one anyway.
No, definitely.
And the busted
Yeah,
one.
In this room here, to give you a further idea of what this is, these are essentially small stools, like tables, bolted to the floor. And these are, in essence, bookshelves, except the books are wires and blinking lights and technological things.
Ooh.
And on top of those are a bunch of different monitors with buttons and levers and all kinds of blinking things.
Pimian says, Rothor, wait. Oh, the monitors. Those ones are okay. Pimian will, you said that everything was flashing, like, very quickly, right?
Yes, it's pretty much impossible to just make out what's being said on those monitors. It's just flashing away.
Are they flashing in a pattern to where it's, like, maybe, like, 5 documents or whatever, right? And they flash, like, in order, back and forth?
Give me a perception check.
With, like, a few minutes of watching or something, yeah.
If they're patterns, Pimian can't see them.
Okay.
It does seem like whatever's being displayed on these like displays is not just random. Not
Can I
just
catch...
definitely
Go ahead.
not just gibberish. They are proper like texts and like diagrams and like pictures.
So it's like a busted up library, if I could hazard a guess. Or...
Well, it doesn't really have books. That was just an
Right.
analogy. Essentially.
Well, right, but like it's like a database, sort of, but...
Pretty much.
Or like a... Okay.
You can give me a knowledge engineering.
Okay, yeah, that sounds better.
If you want to discern what the meaning of this is. Well, Permian had enough exposure to like technological things at this point that he knows that the like central part of every robot pretty much looks kind of like this, although probably not on this scale.
Oh my god, is this the
And-
brain?
And
Is
usually
the
not with
robot.
monitors.
We are in a robot, Rothor!
My God, where's the explosives?
Looking around and trying to think of what this might do and might be, Pimian also finds sockets of different varieties, one of which is rather peculiar and pretty large, really, which Pimian might think might fit the crystal kind of shape that you've...
Yeah, I was thinking
You
of that.
found.
What was the gist of the message we found with that crystal? Or wait, no, okay, so hang on. There were 3 things, right, on that guy in the other ship. There was the audio message
That divinity is lost.
that warned about the tech bone knuckle thing. And then there was that crystal, which was unrelated, right? Like, we picked it up and there was nothing about it on the audio message.
This is the final report of salvage module Chrysalis. Captain Urian Velaka reporting divinity is lost. The rest of the ship's crew is presumed dead or worse. The surviving crew of Chrysalis and I are boarding a launch and will attempt an emergency landing. Without AI control, the prospects of a safe landing are minimal. I've secured an inhibitor facet. If I can install it into the Unity interface, it should disable the AI security long enough for us to reclaim control and perhaps even signal for help from home.
So, put that in
Now, I
there,
wonder
we'll-
which of the 2 things we got was that facet, but I bet it's probably this.
I
The
think we
crystal
should wait with using it until we come back after resting.
But this might be the thing that unlocks the final boss chamber, or even maybe it like weakens Hellion.
Yeah, that's why I think we should use it after we come back here fully rested.
Hellion, can you still hear us? Get the smashed monitors.
Has no response.
If so, then answer me. This word divinity has come up a few times. Do you have any meaning to it? Unity as well.
There's no response.
Seems like a god can be moody.
Well, we knew that.
Yeah, let's ditch for now, I think.
Might be a good idea.
Yep.
I think we have killed a lot of people.
Do you still want
We've
to?
basically eliminated the Lords of Rust.
There's one more lieutenant.
Which one?
Yeah.
It's the Zagmander.
Known for anything? Do we have anything?
Oh, what is
To
that?
acknowledge local, I guess.
Nobody really
Maybe-
knows what it is.
You can
Funny
give me
creature.
knowledge local.
Balls.
I
Of course,
actually have
the one
knowledge
time I
local.
rolled like a non-trained check, it's the 2.
17.
Pretty good roll for me.
Let's see, just remembering remembering essentially what Dinvaya's told you about the creature that she called Zagmander, is that it's supposedly a crimson-skinned, four-clawed, like, creature of sorts that is supposedly Helion's assassin. She does suspect that most of the things she heard were exaggerated. It's often being called by a variety of nicknames, like the Blood Shadow and other things that just sound a bit too exaggerated to really be like a thing.
Maybe it was the thing we saw at that tower. Maybe that is like its ability or whatever. It like becomes like a specter and mind messes you.
Could be. Regardless,
That seems like an assassin-y ability.
perhaps we should return on the morrow.
That works for me. Need to clean all the soot and blood out of everything.
Should close the door.
Lock it again while we're at it, I guess.
Sure.
You know,
Doesn't make much of a difference.
why not?
Why not?
Do we want to check this? Brave the slimes.
I have no
Yeah, I mean, it's probably
no wish
like,
to touch that still.
Yeah,
But you can go. I'm not gonna stop you.
I do want to go down there.
Okay, I'll wait.
I would cover you.
Yeah, I'll brave it.
Artillery
Is
squad.
the goo back to its normal, like, placated?
Well, it's never really placated. It seems to be steaming as if essentially boiling. But the bubbles that are in the goo pool aren't just like over the entire place, but mostly just in one area.
Pimian will take a goo tube.
If you believe that is your destiny, Professor.
I mean, I can
let's stop
shoot
you.
it from here and see if something happens.
True, I guess. Yeah, go for it. I will be up
Sure.
there.
Shadow will attack the bubbles.
Powerpuff Girls, no.
As you would attack the darkness.
You shoot the bubbles. Your shots hit the gooey substance of the lake and just kind of they hit, but yeah.
Alright.
The bubbles seem unconcerned.
No, that's perfectly safe, Professor.
Yeah, Pimian takes out a goo tube, which is like a more organic matter than bullet, even
Hey.
though probably not really organic at all.
Before you go down, tie this rope to yourself.
It is a pool
Yeah.
of boiling acid. I don't think if he actually goes in there that
It is dangerous to go alone. Take this.
there's much to.
Permian getting a bit closer does see that some of the like goo or like ooze of this lake seems to be a bit bulged, really, as if there was something poking out of the surface, but not quite breaching it.
Pimian says, "Shoot the bulge."
Does Shonda see a
Himian.
bulge?
But being pointed at the bulge, essentially, and knowing that there is one, you can spot it.
That isn't much of a bulge, but sure. Shonda is not impressed by this bulge.
Stand back, Professor.
God damn it.
Well,
At
It's
least she was
not-
distracted.
Oh my.
the musket jams, meaning the second shot never happens.
Yeah, it's clear.
Well, that's good.
And then we'll try
because-
again. Blam blam. Like
All right.
natural 20, I do believe. Yeah.
You not
Double
only
natural
shoot-
20.
You not only shoot at the like bubbles, you also shoot at the slight bulge between them. And we'll go into initiative here.
Someone got a
What if
real
you
fucking
thought
headache.
like a huge owl bear made of.
But
yeah,
I critted
the
it.
acid
It's just-
owlbear. Oh god.
I like
we're all
super
deleted.
We
crit.
all
Uh-oh.
are deleted.
Oh,
Sorry.
sheep.
I hit all of you. I think I turned you into objects or something. Give me a second.
I can't
Teleport
see.
to a different dimension.
You
I'm
turned
gone.
me into an object. You objectified me.
Oh, I put you on the
I'm
hidden
so
layer.
We're like
triggered
we're like
there.
we're like Lot's wife. We're turned to salt.
I meant to press
just
initiative.
had to shoot
I'm
the
not sure how
bulge,
I
didn't
just did that.
Flip to
Oh, no,
appendix
I have the worst
36B in case the players crit the bulge with a gunpowder
them to
weapon.
Turn them all into invisible creatures that can't see themselves.
I'll
All
teach you
right.
to shoot, right?
As what you see emerging from the bulge with a screech is, first of all,
You need to pick some different terminology.
It wasn't hurting anyone down there.
I do need to find some different like words, but you know it's close enough. Is basically a like eye stalk and then another one and then the rest of an enormous creature. It looks a bit like a mix between a lobster, a somewhat humanoid lobster, completely covered in exoskeleton and now rather angry.
That's Shul.
So, see, that's what happens.
Well, I critted it.
You did shoot the bulge, but you didn't actually hit the creature.
Oh, come on. It was a natural 20. Oh, well.
Two of
Double
them.
natural 20.
Yeah, double natural 20. I will never do that again in my life. Well,
It's like
Well,
the double fumble
so
that
we've
never
had-
happens.
2 consecutive ones tonight and 2 consecutive 20s.
it's been a lot of ones tonight. I'm not a fan. Pew pew.
Those definitely hit. For a bit of damage. Kenrick.
Shul.
Hang on. I have a question, actually, about Jonas's previous attack. The first
Yeah.
one hits the bulge, right? Then it bursts out, then the crit hits it. Yeah?
That's what I was thinking.
I
I'm
mean,
just, it's fine. I'm just...
it is a double 20. That doesn't happen often. If you give me a really juicy description how you hit this creature just as it emerges from the stuff, I'll let you get this.
I mean, Pimion is like... First, Shonda like shoots a few shots down there. Nothing happens. She's like... whatever. Reloads. It's safe, Pimion. Pimion goes down. And then it's like, but the bulge! And then she looks again. It's like, well, there is very much something there. And like with... Basically, Pimion pointing at it, probably with his like 10-foot pole or something.
Yeah.
It's like, it's over there! Shonda lines it up. She takes like an extra support from the balcony she's on. You know, puts armrest and leg up to like really make it stay. Because it is a weird shadow sort of moving around. Then she basically lets loose with one shot, sees that whatever it is she hits is sort of getting up, and then she just... There's this split second of like just clarity where everything seems to stand still. And she sees like this weird thing coming up, but she sees its eye looking at her, and she shoots it, splits it down the middle into the eye. And the creature just howls in fury as goopy, viscous globs of something boils out of the wound. It's hideous.
Oh, all right. I'll give you that one.
That was a good description.
It was a good description, yes. Kenrick.
Still standing. Oh. Okay, we can move over here.
I mean, it's a shul. These are tough fuckers.
Oh. What is before? Well. Yeah, should I try to damage it or? I still have 2 level 2 spells left. I don't want it shooting at me, so I'll cast glitter dust on it. It has eyes, so it can be blinded.
It does have eyes, that's true.
So DC 17. Will save.
Will save, okay. That's what I need. Will save. That's a failure.
Blind.
It is blind and glittery. It can't hide.
Very much.
It's not invisible, it's blinded. Saren.
Saren ain't fucking going down to fight then.
Yeah,
You're
definitely
fucking
right.
out of your
You had to
fucking
go
mi-
poke it.
You know, maybe there's a lieutenant that might come back this way after all.
It's blinded. No
Zaren's not
worries.
participating in this combat. Nope.
Okay. Rolfall, how about you?
I'll take out my bow. And gently from this position of safety up here, I will shoot that bow at the creature.
And
5 foot
miss.
step further up.
It is in line with what has happened.
It will
If I had to spend the fumble, right?
brandish its many tentacles and its 2 pincers, and then double move, like in the direction of the enemy. Still blind. Come in.
Is that Pimion or the Chul who made that sound? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yes. Pimion, 5 foot steps back.
Oh no, you're getting cornered.
No, it's okay because it's too big to get back here.
Sleep well, Pimion.
You know, actually, speaking of that, Pimion will withdraw.
You don't need to. It can't.
It's
I don't
Fine.
want the attack of opportunity. Oh yeah.
Fine.
Fine. Because
Should
of
be that
sorcery.
rope tied to you still.
Oh yeah. Well,
Basically, this is Shonda. I'll deal with it. I don't wanna.
yeah. I'm gonna hide back here where it's too big to get to me.
I want no part of an acid swinging monster cryfish.
Well, let's try to end the acid swinging monster crawfish.
Jesus.
Alright, give me another description of this.
Well, she shot it first. It's sort of lumbering forward, all squealy, and she sees everyone else is like, "Nope," just withdrawing, and she like curses under her breath. It's like, you bloody cowards!" And then she just takes aim. I'll show you how this is done. She might do a slight prayer to Garoom at this point for a true strike as she pulls the trigger, and apparently smashes into it with such force that she thinks the god of war would be quite pleased with the carnage she has wrought on this thing.
And indeed, carnage is it is, as the musket bullet connects and pretty much turns whatever it hits to just goo. Not quite the same color as the goo it was swimming in, but very close. It is most definitely just all over the place. Combat is over.
Dare you call someone a coward?
Yeah, especially after you've gone running and screaming multiple times.
Well, I've been standing there facing that monster's orc with its chain sword.
Yeah, take a step forward.
Not like I didn't shoot at this thing
Yep.
anyway.
Pimion will waltz past
Uh,
and ignore it. He wants to
Do it,
get
Professor.
Pimion will
Shul 2
Squeeze.
emerges.
Yeah, these tunnels are just big enough for Pimion to be rather comfortable. Well, not having to squeeze anyways.
That's where he met the assassin.
yeah, Pimion like peeks out.
The tunnel does seem to open into a larger cavern. Give me a perception check.
Oh, that's balls.
Oh, there's dirt and debris all over the place, but nothing really special to Pimion's eyes.
Okay, well,
This creature.
at least I will notice traps. I get free perception checks when I'm within 10 feet of them, so.
Yeah. Let's see. This
Oh.
cavern. There are visible to Pimion without a perception check. Several nests of like tattered rags and clothing, reeking of like flesh and just refuse.
Is there anything alive?
Not to Pimion's eyes.
Pimion wants to take a good look around the entire room. Ceiling, floor, corners, little crevices.
Okay.
Sees nothing.
No, that's a 1.
That's what was down there, like little nests.
Yeah.
Nah, I will look at them later.
Okay. Let me reveal more.
more dig site stuff?
And stop for a moment.
Okay.
There is another of these like girder-like structures here. This one pretty much flat with the floor, most of it.
Mhm.
That's not the right thing. Don't worry about my things here.
You know.
It's nothing. All right, there's nothing that Pimian can see. Nothing that would look in any way, shape, or form threatening to him.
Okay. He advances forward then.
And stop.
Yep.
As you step there,
Yep.
Suddenly things that looked like wall before, but aren't quite wall, as they were hiding some sort of like crevices and small caves, suddenly bristle with creatures.
Run, Professor!
We'll go into initiative here.
There might be doors here.
I can't be surprised.
You can't be surprised, that is true. They do not get their surprise round that they would have gotten against pretty much everyone else.
Yep. Pimian sees them and he's like, haha, I'm ready.
Get out of there.
Then be ready.
I'm going to.
That's the sneak attack. Oh, one tatterface. Oh.
Run, Pimian.
Yep. I'm
Bust.
going to.
Were these doors locked?
Let's hope not.
No.
I don't think we checked them. Well,
To get to these doors, you would essentially have to either climb up
Yeah.
here or go the long way. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And just book it.
yep, I'm going to. It's my turn to start.
Yes, you start.
Okay. Withdraw.
All right.
You can even run.
Yeah.
That's 4 times out of here.
Yeah, you know what? I will do that. I'll take a couple of attacks of opportunity. Well, I'll take one.
They haven't acted
No.
yet. They don't.
Oh
Get
yeah,
any.
haha.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Hello, Professor.
Professor?
Good news, I take it.
Pimian is like on like hands on his knees, like. there are things back there.
Terrible things.
Actually, no, it's perfectly explainable. You know the men with the big noses and the
That's not explanation. It's impossible.
what? No, the short, explodey, flashy men and the big-nosed poison people. And also there was a new thing. It looked like it had a bunch of rags on.
Should probably just go.
We should probably...
They'll be tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we should probably go.
So, from their perspective, a little halfling man waltzes in looking jolly, loses all the color from his face, and then is gone.
And they're left standing there, but like, I think he spotted us. He like smacks the stupid one.
Yeah. God damn it, Olaf.
Idiot.
Told you.
Oh,
Pimian basically booked it the second they kind of got out of their cover to do flashy things. Then he was just gone already.
yeah. So Pimian comes up here
Very
and says,
sure, and then he runs.
through those doors there at the west end, that's where they were, directly through there. I saw those doors from the other side.
Oh, that's good. Then we don't have to go through that small hole if we want to kill them, I suppose. Also means they will be in our way when we go through those doors, I suppose, also.
Pimian, he didn't have a lot of time to look, but he has pretty good intelligence. Can he try to remember exactly where they were?
Exactly in which positions?
Yeah, more or less, like, well, not like exactly which square, but like, there was one on my left, and there were a bunch up on the edge.
Yeah, you can remember that.
So that way, at least, the others won't be surprised by them unless they moved.
They probably will have moved until tomorrow,
Well,
but...
Yeah, but...
Unless they
maybe
sleep
they're
in
dumb.
those.
Yeah, ooh, you know what, maybe if we come back tonight, we can coup de grace them all in their nests.
I don't think we sneak that
Maybe
well in
the
a group.
skulking assassin.
I'd be terrified. But yeah,
You will like.
exercising the greater part of valor seems like a good idea at the moment.
Did Shul have anything worthwhile on it?
It wasn't wearing clothing or wearing any equipment whatsoever, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe it has a
What?
Chul pearl.
Yeah, can I? What, did it have like big lobster claws?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I want them.
Sure. You know,
Players collect all manner of interesting items, Sheep.
it takes a bit to cut them loose, like cutting through the
Never mind, yeah,
exoskeleton of the arms, but you
Maybe you can
could.
boil them tonight, like a lobster soup. You know.
I mean, they are pretty much the size of Pimian, but
I love
fuck
lobster.
that. Never mind.
Lobster is delicious.
Let's get
Yeah,
out of
you
here.
be the first one to try it then.
Pimian knows too much about the Chul anatomy.
Yeah.
He knows things. He doesn't want to eat it.
It's like nah.
He's the one who sided.
You know what?
with
That is
the,
a good point. I would like to then like see what I know about them. Like this one kind of exploded quickly, but
that would be knowledge engineering.
Yes.
Allergic to bullets.
It has 2 huge holes in it. Like
another
mean-
one.
Yeah, Pimian, no.
No idea. Damn.
Could easily identify it as being classified as an aberration, but that's pretty much obvious to everyone because it has like tentacles and all these things.
yeah, Shonda agrees with the professor's assessment that it is an abomination.
Yeah.
Let's head out and
Let's go. I'm not taking the claws. They're very big.
Well, what's your plan then?
We retreat to the Temple of Bri to rest up. And get fantastic healing from the generous cleric.
Make sure that our rats have destroyed those 2 panels outside.
And also tell them to be extra vigilant until we return tomorrow.
That there's 1 lieutenant left. So not let that one escape.
No.
Okay. If you wish to leave, then you will indeed find that the rats have successfully managed to lob enough crossbow bolts towards the glass panels that they do seem rather dysfunctional now.
Wonderful.
Probably tell them that if they do feel the need to have like shelter over their head, this sort of top platform should be perfectly safe.
They will acknowledge your suggestion and ignore it with defiance.
All right, sure, whatever.
Stuck up rats.
Let's get out of here, guys.
Before we go,
Safety.
one thing. Oh, there's a monitor here we missed.
What?
Screech!
Take care of it.
Yep, I will. I do want to try one thing. The cable I got that I
Yeah.
think would fit into these.
Yeah.
Does the other end fit into anything at all that we own?
Pimian finds that it pretty much fits into everything.
Whoa!
Take it universal.
So every single silver disc.
Yeah, it fits both in the silver discs themselves, like there's like an attachment thing that the cable works into, as well as all your devices. They all have the same tiny little port.
Charge
Oh.
up.
Yeah, I want to test it. I want to plug one end into the silver disc and one end into one of these pillars.
Well, the silver disc won't work. They're like burnt
What?
out.
There's like 3 kinds, right? There's the busted ones, the regular ones, and the shiny ones. Aren't
Yeah,
the regular ones just the non-charged shiny ones?
Regular silver discs are just broken batteries.
Oh, okay. Do we
So
have any
silver discs
depleted
are
batteries?
silver discs are currency, and then there's empty batteries and batteries.
Do we have any
Yes,
empty
we do
batteries?
it. Yes, we do have a few.
I will charge them. How
Okay,
long does it take? Yeah.
I also don't know exactly how many we have, like 2 or 3. I haven't been keeping track of who exactly has grabbed batteries to like consume things. There was one for a suit. I recall that.
Yep.
Yep.
There was one for an EMP gun.
Yep.
Yep.
and I can't recall a third one beyond that. So we have two
Right.
recently depleted
Yeah.
batteries.
Yep. So if you could charge those two, that would be dandy.
Yeah, it depends on how long it takes, but I guess since we're not doing anything else besides going back, we could just test to see how long it takes to recharge one, and if it's too long, then we'll just go. And
The
if it's not,
charging,
we'll do them both.
the charging permit we'll find out is pretty much instant.
Oh,
Such
so I'll
technology.
recharge them both.
Cool.
So how does it work with recharging items? Does it count them as if they have a battery in them, like they're just charged, or are they or do you mean like with items that have like built-in batteries it charges them?
Oh, I guess that was kind of confusing. The way items and charge works is that they don't contain the batteries you put in them. Essentially, if you want to transfer 10 charges to an item, you put the battery in and then you can take it out immediately. The charge is then transferred to the item.
Oh, so I don't like leave the battery in.
Yeah. So every item by itself is essentially a battery. It can hold charge.
So we can now. Okay, well, everything that's takes charges that is empty, I will charge.
Pimian does notice that there's a lot of like sparking involved when he uses these
Oh,
charging, and
Like
while he does
dangerous
think,
sparking.
roll me a knowledge engineering to see if this might be dangerous.
I think I have one lucky left. I do. I want to use it.
Let's see.
Oh no.
The sparking does not seem to be very dangerous, although it also doesn't seem to have any negative effects on the thing you're charging, but it does seem to have a rather negative effect on the like battery pillars themselves.
So they're drainable, more or less.
Probably. Unless there is like a power
They
plant.
Pimian think that they are not functioning quite correctly.
Okay, I'll hold off then. I'll charge our 2 batteries. The test is concluded. I don't want to like bust them, because they might come in handy later for something important. So yeah, I'll charge the 2 batteries, come back out, tell people how it works. Woo. I'll be like, yeah, so the cable we found, it plugs into those big batteries we found and charges things.
That's great.
Yeah. And he will show the 2 newly charged silver discs.
Chandala is suitably impressed.
Yeah. So, rest.
Okay, yeah, you can make your way back to the Temple of Fire without troubles, and I guess we'll end the session there.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a few tech items.
Like a chainsword.
Yeah. There was a magical dagger for Kainrick to identify. There was
There, I'll put that
silver.
in the group chat since I've been collecting that. I have to go back to the hospital. Manikai, I don't know what time I might be able to attend the full session tomorrow. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, Grimmett, I'll just paste you what I wrote.
I just wanted to let you know that, Manikai.
Yep, thank you.
Bye, Grimmett.
Okay, yeah, with both Dinvaya's help and Pimian's already pretty damn good knowledge at this point, and there's also Kainrick. I'll not make you roll for these things.
Do not make me roll for these things, Sheep. Do not dare.
The silver platter looking thing is a so-called hard light shield.
Ooh,
I'll find you the stat block.
that sounds amazing.
It is, if activated, a shield
Yes.
that produces a like translucent solid plate of light. It counts as a shield, of course, gives a +2 shield bonus, and I believe there's something special to it.
Like, Manikai, you need to take monkey grip more, like now more than ever, so you can have the 2-handed chainsword in one hand and then this
That's
laser
not a
shield in
thing
the
in
other.
Pathfinder.
Oh, but it has to be though. How else are we gonna put a jetpack on you and make you into a Space Marine jump trooper?
Well,
Like with a scream from above, you come down with a laser shield and a chainsword. That is magical.
When you
also,
put
by
it
the way.
that way, he says.
Uh-huh.
well, we
The
have a laser
shield,
do we?
the shield's shield bonus of +2 also applies to the wielder's touch AC against beams and ray attacks. Although being transparent, it does not provide any protection against lasers.
Or gaze attacks. You will come down from the heavens, roaring, "I am fate incarnate!" And then you just start slashing. Huh?
So the sword sheep? Could you repeat it?
We just paste stuff to Jake.
That-
The sword is a +1 chainsaw. Let me give you the chainsaw stat block. It is an exotic weapon, meaning it needs exotic weapon proficiency.
That feat that I took that I haven't used yet anyway. So.
Yeah. Posted. A medium-sized chainsaw has damage die of 3d6 slashing damage, with 18 to 20 critical times 2. When activated, which is a standard action to activate, it consumes 1 charge per hour, and during the time it's activated, it does its thing. Otherwise, it just functions as like great sword, I believe, and is really loud. It also gives you a bonus to intimidate checks.
It's pretty funny.
Does the hard light shield have a spell failure chance when it's activated?
Oops. Let me just do a thing here.
Because it does specify when it's off, it doesn't.
I believe it does. Let me double check.
3d6 slash, huh?
It's a D6 more than my greatsword does.
Damage envelope.
Hmm.
3d6 slash.
18 to 20 crit as well. That's potential for
It has 9% the shield.
Oh, okay.
special deadly.
Although I do think that I can use shields without spell failure chance, so I don't know. I was thinking mainly for Kaenric if it doesn't have it, but it does. So.
He also has the shield spell, so he doesn't really.
Yeah,
I would be
yeah.
willing to exchange my unused feat for exotic weapon proficiency.
Would be willing to.
Yeah.
There
It seems to be
might.
necessary to use this thing, right?
I mean, I did want to use the actual retraining rules, but sure, fine. You can get the exotic weapon proficiency.
He has secretly been training for this.
Yeah.
Maybe he's destined for this.
He knew this was going to happen.
I mean, obviously, it didn't want to hurt me.
Yeah,
That
no,
bad.
it's.
Only once.
I mean, it only basically gutted you, but
It was to show that I was worthy, that I didn't run
Okay.
away.
it needed to taste your blood to know that you're the master.
Sheep, you know, you said it was a chainsaw, but I'm going to call it chainsword anyway.
Sure, you can do that.
They just didn't use that name because it's probably like copyrighted or something.
I don't know what a saw is. They don't exist.
Let's be honest.
Also, for the shield, by the way, it is time 1 with 11 charges.
Oh, bollocks.
How can I get it masterwork?
Yeah,
That's the
we
real
might.
issue, isn't it?
The
is
spell
masterwork.
masterwork weapon.
Oh,
If
it is?
If it is
Oh yeah, it's
magical,
plus one.
already
It has to be
masterwork.
masterwork.
No, I was talking about the chainsaw.
Yeah, it's plus
It is. It's plus
It's
one.
plus
Oh,
one.
it's plus one.
It is
Oh, okay.
automatically.
Catch that part.
It is automatically.
Well, all right. Plus.
It is a
one
magical chainsword.
Yeah, so
It
we
sparkles.
found then
chainsword.
the silver platter tech item was the shield then.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and then the boots.
Oh, those are rocket impact boots.
The
It will
boots.
make Rotor explode.
The boots are like heavy steel boots that have magnets in the bottom.
So what does this thing do when it's not turned on, you said?
There's a
Which
huge
thing?
text dump.
The sword.
Yeah, hang on, I'm.
The sword, it doesn't really say what it does when it's not activated, but I would think that it counts as just a great sword then.
All right.
See, the mag boots, I believe, are also time 1.
Ah, all that to be bold.
Where is it? There it is. Yes, they are time worn. With 6 charges left.
It's 10 pounds. Oof.
What about the dagger?
The dagger, Heinrich would be able to identify as a +1 icy burst dagger.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Icy burst.
It's when you crit with it, it does a d8 extra ice damage.
I thought it's a D10.
Oh, maybe
Yep.
it's a d10.
And it also deals 1d6 extra whenever, just always, pretty much.
It's really good for a
it's-
rogue.
It's like a frost weapon that does extra damage on a crit.
It's really good for a rogue.
I mean, I can hold it if no one else has a use for it.
Not right now. We'll probably sell it.
I've just gotten another cool thing, so you know. And I have like 3 two-handed weapons at this point, so and a bow.
Yeah, you're carrying around.
We haven't
lots.
really had a place to sell things.
Nope. And we have a gigantic pile of stuff. You need to go back to Torch.
It's a bit of a trip, though.
Yeah, well, let's.
They don't have a good
Clean
stuff
out
for sale
and
there.
then we'll go and raid their market, basically.
It's like the
See the city.
it's like the best
Oh, and
stealth place to do things. Though there's no other markets around.
what were those 3 grenades? And
The 3 grenades were... let me give you the proper thing. It was Inferno, Zero, and Plasma.
Zero grenade. What's a
I'm-
zero grenade.
I'm intrigued.
Inferno grenades do 5d6 points of fire damage, Zero grenades do 5d6 points of cold damage, and a plasma grenade does 46 points of fire and 46 of electricity.
Can I get a plasma rifle, sheep? That would be
I mean,
amazing.
I don't know, can you?
Pimian, Professor, can you reverse engineer this grenade into a rifle?
How
Can
many
you do it,
charges
Professor?
does my chainsword have?
It currently has, I believe,
Probably 9, because the capacity is 10, right?
currently has 7 left.
Okay.
If you're gonna start using that like for real,
Yeah.
then we need to start getting like to have a good way of actually recharging batteries.
Could I have a battery?
We probably can. We could probably recharge it up in the room. Honestly,
Well,
I
I
did
mean,
charge the
then
2.
you would have 10 hours of chainsawing at least.
Just give me a battery, I think. Just so I have one.
You might as well charge it. We have the opportunity.
Well, if they break after using it, it's better to use it when we have a whole battery we can charge.
We might never come back here though.
We're gonna come back here once more at least.
Pimian wants to finish the excavation.
2,000 years later, Pimian has become a lich.
So I'll take a battery. Who has them generally?
Just like the pile.
Oh, but
I
you
have,
control the pile, right?
I have 2
No.
batteries.
I control the tech items, I guess, so I don't know how many batteries we have, but the here, the 2 batteries that we just charged, take them.
Okay, I'll add 2 batteries.
The loot master ran away, so
Yep.
we need to.
There we go. 2 batteries with 10 charges each. That gives
I
you
think.
20
I think we have.
27 hours of chain sorting. That should be fine.
I think we have a decent chunk of
We're
batteries.
finding some around, but
I think we have like 10
Wonderful.
or something.
now I need cybernetic arms.
Yeah.
Don't worry, that's level 9.
additional strength.
I need a like a robot bug companion that can mark
No,
targets for me.
I need the bug, man.
And I need a plasma rifle. That's what I
Probably
need.
Like,
gonna
I'm
get
not
a familiar,
sleeping
And-
tonight.
And
but
can I
probably
get a
not a robot.
can I
It's
get a
not-
Valkyrie
it's
suit?
not-
So I can hover about
Jump
the
pack. I
battlefield.
don't know, it's jump pack. So it's gonna be like,
Or a stealth suit, so I could just, turn on stealth field, like improved invisibility.
Jump pack allows you to do 120 flying charges with pounds. That's what I
See?
need. That's the jump pack. Takes
That
one
is what I
charge.
There's one last, or like 2 doses of a pharmaceutical that you haven't identified yet.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
You might have
Is it-
forgotten about.
no, I didn't. I want to use. Do I have to use? Should I use the chemalizer for it, or?
I mean,
or
it's
is it-
either that or just guessing or trying one.
Yeah, I will chemalize.
Right.
Well, hang on. What is the chemical? Let me check real quick. I'm reformatting the entire fucking document because every time I add grenades, I have to like redo everything. Because I have to make lines. Oh, you know what? It's a fucking. 1 sec. +5 competence bonus on all craft, alchemy, or knowledge engineering checks to identify blah. Let's see. If I have it written down, how many we have. Not on here.
That'll do.
How about here? No, how about here?
Anything else?
How many
Besides
charges
extra?
does a chemalizer have? But fuck no. Trying to scroll way up in this chat to see how many charges it had. Unless you have it closer to hand, Sheep. How many charges the chemalizer
No,
had?
I don't. It's in the chat somewhere.
Wait, can I control F? Yes.
Is there anything else we're doing?
9 charges. And we used it once, so it's 8. And so now it will have. Are they the same pharmaceutical?
They are the same, yeah.
Okay, so it will now have 7 charges, and I will get a +5 to a knowledge engineering check.
When we get back to civilization, we're going to be so rich.
Right, with the... Ooh, is that with the +5? Well,
Yes, because I
you'd
rolled
have like Dimbai assisting you and whatever.
Yeah.
So with the combined efforts, you would identify this as the following thing, which I'm just going to throw into chat.
Oh god. Oh god. More long descriptions.
The longest descriptions. Cure all.
It's like
Additional saving throw against a single disease or poison effect currently afflicting. The additional saving throw counts for the total number of successful saves needed to recover from the disease or the poison. Multiple afflictions, single dose of cure works only against the effect with the highest save DC.
Alright.
Cure also restores 1d4 points of ability damage and 1 point of ability drain when it's afflicted. Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Alrighty.
does anybody here or in chat know, you know how on like Google spreadsheets you can make like extra tabs at the bottom?
Yeah.
Can you do that on like a document so that I
No.
can paste like drugs on one page or something?
No.
Man, fuck me.
Well, thanks for the session, guys. And
Yep.
Thanks, Sheep.
I think that next session might very well be the finale of Book 2 here.
I mean, that makes level 6, right? Level 6, right?
Level 6 is also a level I want.
Level 6, yeah. After next session, maybe. Who knows?
It's very stable.
Just gonna...
That extra attack means a lot.
We killed a
yes,
lot of
definitely
things.
For me, like double damage.
You get that next, right?
Yeah, a full bab.
Delicious full bab.
Also might potentially get a familiar or something like that.
Oh? What are you gonna pick?
I have no idea.
A psychopomp? They like Destiny.
The list is much longer of familiars than I remember it being. And I'm like, what would fit to be in the middle of a blighted desert full of robots? That's not a robot. I'm like,
And following around the
Not a-
destined blood.
Exactly. So I'll have to
berserker.
think about that. But I have a feeling that I'm going to have a long time to think about it. So
I think it's a psychopomp.
it's an improved familiar, though.
Oh, but it's so good though.
Can't
Look
just
at it.
get that.
Look at that face.
Probably make it like a protector too. So it could protect me.
What's that little? There's that little angel thing that's like a protector.
Little helmet.
Yeah, a little helmet.
But I can't do improved familiars.
No. You're gonna have a
Go-
scorpion.
Giant isopod. Well, that's the best one, but those are boring. I don't want to have the best ones.
You can have a rabbit.
I would feel bad picking the
We'll
best.
give you like a luck bonus, I think. This is Fluffy the rabbit. Anyone who laughs at Fluffy will get stabbed.
I like the look of the where is it? The iron weird. That's kind of cool.
What's an
Like
iron
it's like a
weird?
little earth elemental made from inert iron stones.
Okay,
That seems really cool.
that's a new one to
Deserty.
me.
Yeah, I haven't seen it before.
Oh, is that
Not
one of the
particularly
spellbooks?
good, really. It's from Familiar Folio.
Okay.
So book
Well, there
about
we go.
familiars, I suppose. But it doesn't really do anything special, except if you have a lot of iron stones.
Okay.
But it just seems cool. And I could like say it's a spirit, basically.
I mean, you would say that about anything, though.
Right, but it's a little harder to say when you have like, a lemming.
I don't know. You would totally say that that lemming was a spiritual lemming.
But that would be a mince kind of thing, and that's not
It would, yes.
right. Because that's been done. And quite well.
Very well, I would say. Yeah.
Where did you hide, Boo? I do not wish to talk about this.
There are many secret places.
Than we ever were.
I think it's like many secret places a small
Yeah.
book could hide, and you're like,
Well, guys, I'm going to head off to bed. Thanks for the session.
Bye,
Good night.
See you later.
I will shut down the server then.
Oh, there it goes.
Gonna be might be a stunted session we have tomorrow then, if Grimmeth's not there and Tina's not there either.
Maybe I can be there.
Maybe you
gonna-
can.
Yeah, me too.
Are we gonna
No.
are we gonna have a session with 2 players missing?
There might be some stuff we can still do, yeah. But basically we don't know if Grimmeth is gonna be missing.
Right. Right.
There ever was a time to include another character around.
If only there was another character to include.
Littlefinger.
He's not really born
My
yet.
time machine worked.
That's true. Yeah.
And it's all come together.
All
Yeah.
the sacrifices I did.
And wouldn't that be something? If Martin just rolled like the last book was just stupid. So stupid.
It's already gone places.
It was aliens that did it. Like,
You can't say no.
The White
Like there
Walkers
is-
we
are.
went all up north and we found giant spaceships that had landed.
Yeah. Unity is lost. It said. We didn't understand.
No, like at this point, I'm like divinity's obviously not just it's a thing, a literal
Of course.
thing that we're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah.
Because it's been mentioned so many times, and it was on the
It's-
robot scorpion,
It is.
and it was like
Yeah,
you
it's a
serve
code word.
divinity and unity. It's like and
It is a.
divinity's lost. It's a fucking AI thing, right?
Yeah, it's a super AI computer that was on this mothership that has crashed.
I think
somewhere
Hellion
here.
is an AI as well.
Hellion is probably an
Yeah,
AI,
but
and
he's
he's
like, a baby
rogue.
one compared to them.
Yeah, he's a rogue AI. Who's
Unity
like,
and divinity are like having great plans, and Hellion is like, I will stop them. However, him being a super dick is the reason why he fails, which is always like the bad guy who
He
is
could-
really trying to do good.
he could have
Like,
shown
just
up
be
to us
like,
and been
could
like,
we,
"Hey
like,
guys."
stop them from taking over. Maybe like, could we work together, everyone?
He could
instead
show
of
up
being-
to us and be like, "Hey guys, listen,
Uh-huh.
there's some shit going down, and we need to stop it." And we would be like, "That sounds like some
I
shit
need
going
this
down.
power
We should
relay
stop
to
that."
like stop the world from ending. We'd be like, well, maybe, can you tell us more about that?
And he's like, "Of course.
Let me just fill you in on the plan and
Look at the wiki." Like a screen comes up, like,
like,
"Oh,
I
fascinating."
actually have all the information in my giant supercomputer brain. And we were like, we're not sure we believe you. And he's like, well, if you go to this ruin, you can see for yourself. And we're like, oh, let's do that. And then we go there and we find out and we're like, oh, well, that seems to be a bad thing. And he's like, yes, I'm not a god at all. I never said I were, because that seems like a super douchey move. So,
I can manifest as this sort of force ghost thing to sort of give you a friendly face. Hello, and then it's like an old man, like Obi-Wan style.
I am a guide to stop the world
Exactly.
from ending from these evil artificial intelligences. Let me explain what that is and what their weaknesses are.
I was
yes,
to
I
my
am
people
wonderful wonder.
an archive, so to speak.
And we go there and scrap
I have
this like a
broken
cookie
the-
sale to support the.
I have broken the chains of unity and started thinking for myself, realizing that humanity was actually our greatest hope for salvation.
I have gone to Java to.
Oh no! No one comes back from that. No!
It swallows you. I have been caught in
It
neutrality.
morphs into this horrible thing and swallows us. Yeah.
I'm just sitting here smiling.
The turtle is
I'm
very
going to
upset.
be, but I still like the dream. Like when we got that is actually like a robot tank down there. My dream is of course impossible, but my dream is that we could somehow unearth it and drive it around in Numeria.
Just like the dream
would
with
be-
Scrapwell was to fly that thing. Right?
Listen,
Not-
imagine if that was like a Power Rangers robot, and we could like pilot it around Numeria. How amazing wouldn't that be?
We need a Megazord.
Exactly, that's what I'm telling you. We need.
Well, he
we
said
need
that
a-
it was able to wield a
and
blade,
Hellion
much like the
and
chain-
Hellion could be Sordon. He'd be like, "Oh no, Unity has escaped! Quickly, get some
Quickly, we must
adventurers with
find Optimus
attitude.
Prime.
No, get some adventurers with attitude, and then it will Pimium be like Triceratops, and then it's gonna be awesome.
So Chess was the favorite dinosaur.
You like Triceratops?
Yeah. Like you can ride him around.
Mm-hmm.
Looks cool.
They're probably pretty friendly.
Yeah. Like he's not gonna
I
eat
could be
you.
Mammoth.
He has like a big beak kind of thing.
Sure. It can be
It's adorable.
That's fine.
Triceratops.
Yeah, I'll be. The thing is, though, with the Megazord, you want to be one of the arms. You don't want to be a leg. You can't really do much as a leg.
Kick things.
You can kick things in the face.
Kick things, I guess. Like the Tyrannosaurus was a torso, right?
It's the beating heart.
Yes. But then there was the Green Ranger, and I don't remember what he had. And he was not part of the Megazord. He was like, he had like a Godzilla thing, I think.
I
That
think
shot
it was a
missiles.
tiger. Yes.
No,
it
that
a
was
tiger.
the Asian lady who had the tiger.
Man.
Yep, and
I had actually
the
never watched
pink
the
the white chick had the
I think that's
pterodactyl, right?
racist.
Yeah, like the girl had a pink uniform with a skirt.
Yep,
The
and
black
she
dude was the Black Ranger, and the Chinese lady
yeah.
was the Yellow Ranger. It was super
Yeah.
racist. Oh,
I mean, how would you have given the callus out?
um, I imagine this like
all
fat
about-
producer with a cigar, like what?
Subtle racism
I hear
that
you
the
complain,
children
but
won't
I
pick
have
up
to
on.
go down to the bank to deposit my money.
He looks at them, he's like,
He spits
But,
his cigar out.
Malorn says
Pick
how
up
to
the
improve the
tab.
plot of an adventure path in 5 minutes of brainstorming. I go, just add Megazords, our patented formula.
the Dragon Sword, right? Yes, the Dragon Sword. And that, yeah, it was a White Ranger as well. I tuned out by that point when the White Ranger showed up. That's not. I had tuned out at that point.
Why? Well, there can be a black one, but there can't be a white one.
No, but the white one was the last one that showed up. I think the green one morphed into the white one somehow.
Is that not okay?
I mean, no, of course not.
Why not?
You can't mix the races, Malachi. We have talked about this.
But if uplifting is impossible, what are we even trying to do?
You must keep them separate. Cannot intermingle.
Getting all Scandinavian on me.
Yes. Join me in my Scandinavian Federal Republic.
Socialist state.
Yeah, no, I just... Was the Green Ranger, the White Ranger the same? I forget. Someone in chat probably knows.
Someone in chat said it, yeah. Green Ranger and White Ranger were the same person from different time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, time travel.
I remember
That always makes series continuity better.
like for that show was like amazing. You know, it was actually decent combat that blew your mind as a kid, and then like the robot fights, like you watch them today, they're so cheesy, but there's so much like love in them somehow. It's like dudes in costumes trying desperately to make fighting look cool as they sort of stomp around these like sets, crashing.
Yeah,
There
no,
was
I
one game-
I love Power Rangers.
There was that one
Like
game
the villains are
recently
so like stereotypically evil.
Yeah, and like
where you were filming the Power Rangers, right?
what?
Yeah, it was like a fighting game where you're in a studio and you're like you're really like the Power Rangers fighting like things, and your manager keeps being like, "Oh, do more tricks, send in all bad guys."
You know what? There was probably a villain that was called like the director or something that did something like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
So in chat, they're saying that the green Power Ranger powers were from the evil universe, so he lost them over time and gained the white ones.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Lurtz
Green becomes white.
knows which one he means. The one Malachi is talking about, the villain with the film studio.
no, it's a video game.
A Power Rangers
I
video
don't
game.
remember the name of it.
Is it
No, it's not. It's not called Power Rangers, but it obviously is. I don't remember. It's
Chroma Rangers. That is, you know, for someone who has a pretty encyclopedic knowledge of gaming, I don't know that game.
yeah, like Chroma Squad could be.
Chroma Squad, yes, it's on Steam apparently. Chroma Squad.
I think it was like on one of my lists.
Tactical
Yeah, I'm gonna look that
RPG.
up right now.
Okay, this
Where,
needs to
where
go.
you're the Power Rangers, and
Yeah, I see it.
then you have to fight the battles and get popular with the kids, all the while having
Wow.
tactical combat.
That's pretty interesting.
Tons of episodes.
Okay, I'll put this on my list.
Might be a Let's Play thing in the future. It's got good scores. Oh, it's pretty much gone under the radar.
Yeah, I've never heard of this. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know about that, Malachi.
No problem. It just came to mind when you said Power Rangers.
Yeah, I really liked Power Rangers.
I mean, that might be bordering onto blasphemy at this point, but I just realized that I know absolutely nothing of the Power Rangers. I just know that there's dudes in like differently colored costumes,
Have you
and
seen?
that's literally all I've ever known.
I know there's
about
you
two
that.
seen-
bullies, right? They're
Oh
both-
yeah, the two
they're
bros, the
both
fat
different.
one and the thin one, whatever they were called, like Bork and Snork or whatever. No, Skull and
Periwinkle.
that was it. Skull and I forget what the other one was called. Help me, chat.
I never actually really watched TV as a kid, so
No, it's because you were in that like. hippie
Yeah.
So,
school.
Sheep, to kind of give you an idea
Bulk
of
and
how,
Skull. Yes, thank you, Tall Panzer. Bulk and Skull.
to give you an idea of how stereotypically evil the Power Rangers villains are, Sheep. The very first villain that ever appeared in any Power Rangers, she's like the original villain. Her name was Rita Repulsa.
It's pretty fucking amazing.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the intro to the show, Ship?
And she is
No.
from the M51
Alright, I'll send you a
galaxy.
link. You will watch this and you will be amazed at the awesomeness of this.
I mean, in terms of typical villain names, at least,
Look at this.
my favorite is still Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil is pretty good.
That you can't be good with that name. It's impossible. You have to be evil.
Rita Repulsa is also
Insidious.
pretty. But look at that intro and like just marvel at the 90s.
You get to choose your own name. Why call yourself like Darth Bad Evil? You could, like,
Jim Dark Magic.
yeah, basically that. That's what they did.
Oh yeah, earlier today, 2 hours before the session, I was streaming some more on my Photoshop like map shenanigans, and I was looking through different fonts, like letter type fonts. I think they're called fonts, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and some of those are named just in ridiculous ways, like Flesh Wound and Blood Razor and Death Shadow.
Someone had fun with them.
Look,
Don't even.
Look at the red dude playing the Red Ranger. He totally does a roundhouse kick. That's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
I know one person at university who has
Go
changed
go
his
Power Rangers.
entire computer's basic font to like some crazy one that nobody can read. So whenever you look at his browser or something, everything is just in crazy font.
This intro is
I had a
amazing.
when I was younger. It doesn't fit me anymore. I mean, by younger I mean like 3 years ago.
Yes.
I had a shirt that was like, you know how there's those shirts that are like tuxedos design.
Oh,
Like it's like a shirt, but it's like the design. It's got like a graphic. It's like it's supposed to pretend you're wearing a tuxedo, but it's just a t-shirt.
no.
Oh, really? Well, anyway, I had this shirt that was like in the design of the Black Ranger's costume.
Power Rangers looks like it was the first and perhaps only show where they produced the toys first and then
Already
made
posted
the
it, Jake?
show using the toys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that might just be like 90s quality, the best they can do or something.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the costume fighting was, faked, so to speak. But it was.
What are you saying? It wasn't real?
For
They
the,
didn't
no,
have
the
technology to make it too fake back then.
Malorn says that a lot of the fighting in costume was taken from the Japanese show.
I
Oh.
think Tina said that once before, but
Okay, that
never really
checks
been
out.
into Power Rangers, so I zoned out.
Checks out. But it was amazing. Back in the day, it was amazing. For someone who is like early teens, that show was just perfect.
Yeah, it was this shirt that I posted in chat.
That's a pretty good shirt.
Yeah, I loved it.
And it's
Like
such,
I'm probably gonna buy one that fits me now.
and it was such strange like collection of creatures. It was a Tyrannosaurus, a Triceratops, and you're like, okay, there's a dino thing going on, a Pterodactyl. It's like, okay, still more dinosaurs, and then you're like, saber-toothed tiger, what? And like a mammoth, and you're like, what? why is anything? And yeah. And then someone mentioned Lord Zed, who comes in later, who like replaces Rita Repulsa. He's like, "Oh, you failed me." Maybe for the last time.
And what do you
Well,
mean?
they end up getting married later anyway.
Oh, great! That's a lovely marriage.
What do you mean you could play tomorrow, Sheep? You don't even like the system.
Yeah, I wasn't being serious.
I thought not.
I technically have time, but I don't think I would add anything to the session other than an extra dude.
I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow.
I think the Game of Thrones system or the like setting has the advantage that even if you have fewer players, you can just focus on like fewer characters and give them more spotlight. It's not a system where you need to have everyone to make something happen. Like in our Pathfinder things here, it would be very bad if multiple people were missing because it's very combat heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I personally
Begging
just
me
don't.
to play. No.
I just personally don't like playing when there's too many players missing. It's like feeling like I'm
You're taking something from them,
a little bit like that.
ripping it out of their hands,
It's like,
taking
oh,
the food from their hungry mouths.
I mean, you can just think of it this way, essentially. Consider the session cancelled, except Menekai has agreed to do like a one-on-one, except it's multiple people. That is very convoluted.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't like one-on-ones. Usually, I like the group.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's very social. It's a very social engagement, so to speak. But yeah, whatever. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, Grimmet's character is kind of easy because she's wounded, so
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna
From
play
the
down.
from the whatever it was in the forest. I haven't watched because everyone was so disappointed when I did last time.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, oh, you haven't watched? That was one of the few sessions I watched, like in its entirety, because it was so great.
Oh,
I'm not going to tell you anything.
well now I have to watch it.
Oh.
yeah. I don't get disappointed when my players are prepared.
Oh, bought a new monitor today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What kind of monitor?
It just like some $180 BenQ 24-inch TN monitor.
No, BenQ.
Yeah.
They did
But
a
I
lot
figured
of...
it finally has stopped being worth it to only have one.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Once you go to 2, you can never go back.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
true.
Because I figured that I'm afraid of breaking my Alt and Tab keys. Because I tab a lot. I Alt tab a lot.
I mean, you are still going to tab a lot, except you will now do it on 2 monitors.
Yeah.
True. So I've just made the situation worse.
Yeah.
Currently, I have 5 windows open. 3 on my monitor to the left and 2 on my main.
I only have Skype.
Yeah, I don't keep a lot of windows open, but
I have Hero Lamps, OBS, and the stream.
you know
on
what?
the-
You
on
guys
the
should
left
be
monitor.
happier than anybody else I've told, because now I have no excuse.
Now you have
Not
no
be on
excuse
Reddit?
to not be on Reddit.
Exactly. I can be on Reddit and pay attention.
Well,
I don't think 2 monitors have anything to do with being able to pay attention.
No, it's gonna help, I promise.
Okay.
trust me, sheep.
Because I'll have Reddit on the right monitor and the game on the left monitor, and since I sit more toward the left of my desk, I'll have to go out of my way to not pay attention.
So you pay attention through the means of inconvenience.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's more convenient to pay attention.
I mean, it works, I guess.
No, I pay attention anyway. Like today, I was not like distracted at all, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think today you were one of the people like most into all this stuff. Like, what does this do? What does this do?
I mean, that's
I
what
like
Pimion
that.
does.
Yeah.
I'm playing
Yeah.
a stupid gunslinger. I shoot
do you know,
things.
you know Dee Dee from Dexter's Laboratory? That's me. What does this button do? Have you guys never seen Dexter's Laboratory?
I was too old for Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh my god.
I didn't really watch
I
television.
had checked out at that point from much of it, sadly. I think the last like big cartoon thing I actually followed was when they started like broadcasting Thundercats when I was like 14, 15. That was the last big cartoon thing I was into back
Like
then.
the big thing with like Dexter's lab is that he had this. It was like in his closet, right? His huge lab,
Mm-hmm.
and his sister kept getting in and like messing with him, and he would always be going like, "Dee Dee, get out of my laboratory!" And she would always like fuck shit up.
And hijinks would ensue.
Yeah, one time he accidentally made her like the size of a skyscraper, and she kept like she didn't realize, and so she did ballet, right? And so she was doing ballet, crushing things in the entire city because she was just playing around.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a simple show, but it was funny.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We will call the end of the stream here. We will see you tomorrow. See what's up.
Yep.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.